Welcome one and all to the following segment of enjoyment and an escape from reality. But beware, the show you are about to bear witness to will not hold back when it comes to spoilers, language, and things not appropriate for work or children. If you continue on, we hope that you laugh at the banter, that you are thrilled by the topic of discussion, and marvel at the host's dedication to their craft, because you can only get that type of treatment here at Monster Madness. You have been warned.
I'll take mine to go.
Hey, no. Come sit down. Let's eat like a family for a change.
Family. Right.
See, isn't this nice? Feels like we hardly ever do this anymore since your dad.
So, Millie, do you have a date for homecoming tomorrow?
I'm not going. She has a date with me. We're going to see Wicked at the Anus Theater.
Annis. Wow.
What?
Nothing. Just seems a little weird to miss out on a seminal high school experience to go see shit regional theater with your mom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aren't you supposed to discourage her from things like that? You know, it's just underage drinking, and God knows what else that can end in tragedy.
Oh, her night is still ending in tragedy.
Hi, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Monster Madness, a podcast dedicated to all sorts of creatures, features, and beyond. I'm Erica, and joined with me is a man who I truly wish I could see body swap with an 18-year-old girl in high school, my beautiful, gorgeous co-host, Matthew. How are you?
I'm good. Now I'm just thinking about having some terrific 18-year-old tits.
I mean, but what if you're like a super flat-chested 18-year-old?
I'd kill myself.
There it is. Like, you're the Lainey Boggs of 18-year-olds. But before she got She's All That.
Oh.
Like, you're like a weird little, my hair is my home in the shelter type girl.
It's not
You're
long
getting
enough right now,
close.
but it's getting there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If I was a flat-chested 18-year-old that I'd swatched bodies with, I don't think I'd be very happy. But also, why did I end up in the body of an 18-year-old female? If I continue that sentence, I might end up on an FBI list, regardless of where I was going. So I know I'm all right.
You're
fine.
probably already on one.
I've seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
That came out recently that was fake.
Yeah, that still was absolutely horrifying to watch. Like, the texture of what they were eating.
I don't want to remember it. I don't want to remember it.
Even though
We
you
all
know it's
saw
fake
it.
and it's just chocolate mousse.
Yeah, then it ruins chocolate mousse for me, and I like mousse.
You fuck a moose? Sorry.
A mousse?
Have you seen Super Troopers 2?
No.
Oh, okay. They just talk about fucking a moose at one point.
I had a friend who got chased by a moose once.
Not what I thought you were going to say. I had a friend who fucked a moose one time. He climbed up on a ladder and just gave it to it.
I like how we're assuming my friend's Canadian, not Alaskan, which she is. She doesn't live there anymore.
Don't they sound the same? I used to watch Slednecks on MTV, but I don't really recall what they sounded like other than fucking dumb.
She didn't have...
That is not a statement about their accent. That is the statement about the intellect level of the people on the show.
No, I literally have watched a lot of cops out of Alaska. Like, they're a special breed of something for sure.
Oh no, for sure.
Not to deter our Alaskan listeners, but there's not much to do there in certain spots, and that's where the cops went.
They had a couple decent breweries there. I'll give them that.
Have you ever been to Alaska?
No, but I knew a guy who knew a guy, and he would mail me beer.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Friend of a friend, but I didn't really care for him, but he would mail me beer. So sometimes you keep those people at arm's length.
You're not wrong at all. Okay, so real talk. If you if you ever switch bodies with a female, an of age consenting female, trying to word this delicately.
But if it's my body, whether I originated in that body or not, consent is no longer an issue because it's me.
Oh, loophole. So what is the first thing you're doing?
Finding the biggest dildo and going right into my asshole. I don't know. That was the most extreme thing that I could think of.
God, that just turned to Requiem for a Dream right there.
Honestly, it's probably just playing with my boobs. And then at some point in the day, I am going to flick the bean like Mean Joe Green. There's just no way around it. I want to know what that's like. Probably that night I'm going to go out drinking and I'm not going to pay for a goddamn thing. I would be a super huge whore for the entire time because I hold the power. I know that as a female. And as a male, I know that I have absolutely no power in situations. Because we're big, dumb idiots.
Fair. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Colossal dumb idiots.
Absolutely.
Well, word to the wise. It's, a marathon, not a sprint. And that's all I'll say.
Well, I don't know how much time I have in that body.
If we're basing it off of freaky timelines, 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying. I have 24 hours to play with my boobs, just pound out some easy ones, and get my body back. Unless it's awesome, but I have a feeling I don't want to go back to being 18 years old.
I didn't say 8. Okay, you could just be a attractive female of age. She doesn't have to be 18.
Fair enough. I mean, there's still just a lot of other questions. Like, am I trying to save my own life by getting back into my body? Does this just like weird happenstance in which I've now ended up in the body of a female, and this is just how I live the rest of my life, just being smoking hot and chugging cock?
Okay, first of all, I was gonna give you 3 points for using happenstance for a vocab word, but chugging cock negated that.
My smarts with the term chugging cock 2 at a time.
Gross.
You're welcome.
Here's the thing. I think that your answer is very similar. I think every single person would state that.
Absolutely. And I feel like we've had this discussion at some point.
When we recorded this the first time, we had the same discussion.
I know. I didn't know if you wanted to point out the fact that I lost the audio for the first time around and we're redoing it or not. But I guess all the cards are on the table now, dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that you would instantly go to Pound Town on your little schmeckle.
Yeah, like I wouldn't leave the house.
No,
I would probably go to reach for the door handle and pass out because it's just too much.
I do remember suggesting you get yourself a lot of electric lights.
I am stacked with Gatorade
That's
Zero.
as you're drinking Gatorade right now, you're just really gearing up to 5-knuckle shuffle.
That's disgusting.
My nose
You know
itched.
how I feel. You know how I feel about nose play.
It fucking itched. It still does. Just didn't let me get in there.
Well, fucking scratch it.
I did. I tried and you yelled at me.
Okay, go ahead.
No, we're good now. I just one of
All right.
these. I just went the direct. How my mustache is in there? I'm a mess.
You really are.
That's fine.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. So I need to trim the upper mustache hairs because they start to poke in my nose at some point, and then it's just tickle town.
See, if I switch bodies with a man, I would learn that.
If you switch bodies with a man, would you ask someone to kick you in the balls so you know what it felt like?
100%.
Like I was like, well, someone knocked me up, so in 9 months I can experience the miracles of childbirth. So that I can.
You don't want to do that.
No, I know I don't want to do that. I guess in theory I could just get the thing that simulates the pain.
I want to do that to you so bad.
Why? You just said earlier today you're never mean to me, and now you want to zap my uterus.
That's not being mean to you. That's literally showing you how to be more empathetic to females in your life.
Are you insinuating that I'm not empathetic?
No, I'm just saying everybody could be more empathetic. This would assist with that.
Both directions, but I don't disagree with what you're saying.
I think I'm very empathetic to all your plights. What plight have I never been empathetic where I was like, buck up, fucko? Like, when have I ever been like, take your balls out of your back pocket and, grow up?
I feel like you're projecting right now. Things that you wish you could say to me on a daily basis, and you're just shrouding them in an illusion of goofiness.
You can find Monster Madness on all your favorite podcasting platforms, social media sites, and things of that nature. Matt does stream video games and drum sessions from time to time, so you can check that out on our Twitch channel. If you'd like to support our show, you can do so in many different ways. Buying merch, donating to the show, leaving a review. 5 stars go a long way, and we will read it on the show if you do it. All links will be posted in our show notes. So, Matt, other than being a little bitch, you got anything?
Case in point, you're mean to me right now.
I don't think being honest with you is being mean.
Just you told me to point out a time is 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, October 10th, 2024. You said I was a little bitch.
Oh, you fucking texted me. That's great. That's so good. That's delicious. That's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing. I'm trying to stream more. I'm sure by the time this comes out, I will have done a drum stream. I gotta set my shit up. I have to dust my basement. Life is a mess.
It really is.
We had baby chickens downstairs, and I dusted a little bit. Now I need to finish dusting.
How are the chickies doing?
I mean, 4 of them died.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah, one got stuck outside the coop. I noticed it while mowing the lawn today. It's alive. It just was confused on how to get back in the fence, so I let the other ones out, hoping that they would help her get back in.
Why did the other 4 die?
Nature. It was like while we were integrating them in with the rest, so they could have got too cold at night. I mean, they had food and water and all that shit, so it is what it is.
Well, this episode is dedicated to the lost lives of those 4 chicken, the Stein family chicken massacre.
Can you please play that one song that's always in the ASPCA commercials?
Sarah McLachlan?
Nope, that's Vitamin C. But yeah, Sarah McLachlan. Or the Vitamin C song. Graduation song? That's a real sad fucking one.
I mean, it's played like... Well, I actually don't think...
Not anymore.
Classes play... Yeah, they don't play that shit anymore. I think like our generation was the last one.
Probably. I'm trying to think of what high schoolers I know right now that could answer this question, but they're all too young. That sentence sounds really bad. They're my friend's children. Like Dylan's son is a freshman. One of the Josh's kids is a sophomore. So it's like I don't know anyone who's seen. Oh, friend of the show, Seth's son, senior this year, almost certain. If he's not a senior, he's a junior. I should really know this too. I know he's listening. So,
friend of the show, Seth, please let us know.
Yep.
Dedicated listener. This show is also for you.
It really is. And then in 6 weeks, I'll get a text with an answer, and I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, Seth.
Yeah, we recorded this so long ago.
I don't think we recorded it this lunar cycle.
Actually, every episode is dedicated to friend of the show, Seth, because friend of the show, Seth, is a dedicated listener.
Well, every episode is dedicated to every episode of every dedicated listener that we have. That's an episode of a dedicated listener.
Wow. I just got really out of focus when you started talking.
I think I had a stroke.
All right, then. This week on Monster Madness, we cover 2020's Freaky again.
He moves through this town unseen, like a ghost, and he kills at will every year. The Blissfield Butcher started his reign of terror in 1977, and it continues to this day.
A geriatric serial killer? Really?
Don't underestimate a straight white man's propensity for violence, Isaac. I don't care how fucking old they are. And your story? It's bullshit, Evan. The Butcher killed some kids like in the 90s, and then 20 years ago, he disappeared. The rest is just local folklore.
Yeah, but didn't the Butcher, also kill a bunch of kids at prom way back when?
Not prom, homecoming. All the Blissfield Butcher stories are centered around homecoming. And a new legend pops up every year during homecoming week to warn Blissfield's teenagers of the dangers of underage debauchery.
What will this year's story be?
Oh my God. Freaky came out in the United States on October 8th, 2020 at Beyond Fest. It is rated R and has a runtime of 1 hour and 42 minutes. It's directed by Christopher Landon and it is written by Christopher Landon and Michael Kennedy. It stars Vince Vaughn, Catherine Newton, Celeste O'Connor, Misha Oshirovich, which I think I pronounced better this time around than I did the first time, Emily Holder, Nicholas Stargell, Kelly Wilson, Mitchell Hoog, Dana Jory, and Katie Finneran. It is produced by Universal Pictures and Blumhouse Productions, which honestly, if you see Blumhouse touching it, I feel like it's going to be fairly solid-ish sometimes. We're not going to talk about Halloween Ends, but, most of the time, Blumhouse does a really good job. It filmed from October 21st, 2019 to December 12th, 2019. Some taglines for the film: basic switch, killer new look. A body swap that cuts deep. Friday the 13th of November. Meh. B-.
I mean, they're all pretty bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
I agree. I get the movie originally came out on Friday the 13th November, but If you released a movie specifically to use that tagline, reassess your life.
I mean, they didn't. It's because it's a Freaky Friday parody with horror, and it just so happened to occur on Friday the 13th.
You're telling me that you don't think that they picked Friday the 13th November to use the tagline Friday the 13th of November?
No, I'm sure that they did.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, I know.
that's a fucking stretch. I get it. That's a stretch. You could have put brain power into something. Don't stare at me like I'm the asshole here.
Hey, why don't you calm down?
You're the one getting a little aggressive about taglines.
You're the one who lost the original audio, so maybe you're just a little hostile from that. What's the budget?
$6 million.
What's the gross?
$18.1 million.
Ayo. And you know what? I didn't hear much about this movie when it came out.
I can't remember who told me to watch it, but it was early demi. I mean, this came out early demi, so it was
early pandemic.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It was like right in the middle of pandemic.
6 months in.
Yeah, it was pretty tough times right then. Right then and there.
It wasn't great. My liver and I were not speaking.
Everybody was dying.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm still here.
Wow. All right. On that note, let's get into the plot.
4 teenagers discuss an urban legend of a serial killer known as the Blissfield Butcher. Meanwhile, the Butcher breaks into the mansion they are in and promptly slaughters the group before departing with an ancient dagger known as Ladoya. The next day, bullied high school student Millie Kessler attends the Blissfield Valley High School homecoming football game, where she performs as the school mascot. As Millie waits for her ride home near the now empty school, the Butcher arrives and attacks her. He stabs Millie in the shoulder with Ladoya. We had this issue the last time. I can't figure out how to fucking say this thing. It's Ladola. Yeah, Ladola. Causing an identical wound to appear on his shoulder. Millie's older sister, Shara, a police officer, arrives and scares off the Butcher. The police collect Ladola as evidence and initiate a manhunt for the Butcher. The following morning, the Butcher and Millie discover that they have switched bodies, and they are now make their way into Blissfield Valley High School. At school, the Butcher, now posing as Millie, kills Millie's chief tormentor, Ryler, by locking her in a cryotherapy tank in a girl's locker room. He realizes his innocent appearance grants him immunity from suspicion and fatally bisects woodshop teacher Mr. Bernardi, another one of Millie's tormentors, in half with a table saw. Millie, now in the Butcher's body, finds her best friends Nyla and Josh and proves her identity to them by performing the school mascot's dance routine and answering a series of personal questions. Nyla and Josh research Ladola and discover that Millie must stab the Butcher with the dagger by midnight or else the body switch will be permanent. Later that afternoon, with the school's official homecoming canceled, the Butcher suggests a new dance be held in an old mill that is actually his hiding place. Butcher subsequently lures Millie's crush Booker into a monster mini-golf course to kill him, but Millie, Nyla, and Josh arrive just in time to save him. Millie knocks both the Butcher and Booker unconscious, and she and her friends bring the two to Josh's house. After trying the Butcher to a chair, Millie and Nyla try to explain the situation to Booker, who remains unconvinced until Millie recites a love poem she anonymously wrote him weeks earlier. Josh watches over the Butcher while Millie, Nyla, and Booker drive to the police station to obtain Ladola. Nyla tricks Char, the last officer in the station, into leaving so she can steal the dagger. Waiting outside in the car, Booker reveals that he has always liked Millie, and Millie divulges how she enjoys the newfound strength and confidence she feels while in the Butcher's body, and they kiss.
Would you kiss Vince Vaughn on the mouth?
Oh my god, deep with tongue.
Oh, okay, that was easy.
Oh, okay. The Butcher eventually escapes Josh's house, and Char catches Nyla stealing Ladola. Still in the car, Millie sees the Butcher enter the police station and runs in after him, but Char tries to detain her, unaware of the situation. Millie overpowers Char and locks her in a jail cell while the Butcher escapes in a police car. At the Blissfield Valley High homecoming dance out at the Butcher's mill, the Butcher kills 3 jocks who attempt to rape him thinking he is Millie, as well as a 4th who attempts to assault Josh. As midnight approaches, Millie finds the Butcher and both Nyla and Josh hold down while Booker staves off the police. Millie stabs the Butcher with Ladola and they switch back to their own bodies just in time before the police shoot the Butcher. Later, Millie and Booker reunite, they kiss again. After faking his death in an ambulance, the Butcher follows Millie home and attacks her, mocking her physical weakness and anxiety. Millie, Char, and their mother struggle to overpower the Butcher, but Millie finally kills him by impaling him with a broken table leg.
Thin.
Slut.
Slut.
Was that Freaky version 1, or was that the week before that Slut came up?
It might have been version 1. I feel like we talked about Slut last week.
That sounds about right. Yeah, the Norwegian. Was it Swedish or Norwegian sluts?
I think it's Swedish.
Swedish, yeah.
Swedish sluts.
Swedish sluts. I love their meatballs and their sluts. Yeah.
There it is. What would you do?
For a Klondike bar?
Hopefully nothing, because they suck. But
Okay.
the chocolate is subpar. I literally just had this conversation with Brooke. Because she's like, I can't believe you don't like Klondike bars. I'm like, the chocolate sucks. The ice cream inside of them are good, but like the chocolate shell is not good. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that is like a superior chocolate that you're like, fuck yeah, what I'd do anything for a Klondike bar.
No, I think what I like about it is the fact that it like generally breaks off in like sheets. So you get like a big piece of flat chocolate that has decent texture.
My thing is, if you're going to have a tagline that bold, like what would you do for a Klondike bar? You better be the best fucking chocolate bar, like ice cream bar that I've ever eaten. And you're just not.
Well, 90% of everything is marketing. So if you market yourself as the best chocolate bar, ice cream bar out there, like you're going to...
Can you just agree with me for once?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
It feels like you are.
I don't hate them. I don't love them. There's better shit out there. Lots of better shit out there.
So true. Like, even a drumstick is better. Like
I was just going to say that I prefer a drumstick. I ate one yesterday at work.
Nice. That little fucking solid piece of chocolate at the end of that cone.
Have you seen, I think they're called Muddy Bites, where it's just the bottom part of the cone filled with chocolate? Okay.
Oh, yeah. You got so close to the mic, you're like, have you seen?
Deep breathing.
Okay, so what do you do if a tall, unsightly man probably smells a little bit, looks very serial killery, and is like,
Matt, it's Erica. I switch bodies with a fucking serial killer. I need your help.
do you believe him?
What did you say to me at 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time on October 10th?
You're a little bitch.
Then I'm like, what's up? Let's find this dagger. First, let me get you a case of Gatorade, and I'll come back at you 2 hours.
I'll give you some you time.
Yeah.
But don't worry, girl. We're gonna solve this problem.
I won't call you between 11 and 11:15. That's Willie time.
That's Willie's time. Oh, shit. That shin of yours. Jess. Oh, did I fucking tell you? Before we get into anything more, because I just heard him cry, did I tell you that Jasper got out the other night?
No. Oh, fucking idiot.
He disappeared for about 2 hours. We have a sliding glass door. There's a glass door, and then there is a screen portion that you can slide so you can get fresh air. We always have it open right now because the weather is beautiful, we're airing out the house. You got 2 kids and a cat. Everybody stinks. We must have not have locked the screen, and he was able to push it and slide it open because we were watching one of our shows. I don't even remember what we were watching. And about like 8 o'clock, I'm like, all right, I want to go upstairs and read for a little bit. Let's, close up the house and, go sleep. And I walk into the kitchen and she's like right behind me. And I hear her go, oh, fucking shit. And I'm like, what? And I turn around and I just see it open this much. And I'm like, fuck. And we looked all throughout the house because we didn't see him out back. And then I look on my camera out back and I see one still that picked him up because he was so slick and must have like stayed very close to the edges. The camera didn't pick him up, but one still of his beady little fucking eyes reflecting in the camera. We took turns hustling all over this goddamn neighborhood between like 8 p.m. to like 9:30 at night trying to find this motherfucker. And we just couldn't. He has a air tag. So like if you're close to him, it'll ping. And I got it to ping once. I went to where it was and he did not come out. I could not find him. We get back into the house and it's like 9:30 and I'm like, we're basically prepping to just go to sleep because we need daytime to fucking locate him. And she pings his thing one more time and it shows up that he's at the house behind my house. And I'm trying to explain to her, I was like, he has to be over here because it was not picking him up. And while I'm talking, I'm looking at her phone, like trying to keep pinging it to see if we can hear anything. I see his fucking dumb ass just walking in the backyard. And then she went to go like run and get him and he got all skittish. And then I opened the sliding glass door and he just jetted inside. He was totally clean, not really like he didn't have anything on him. He literally just gallivanted throughout the fucking night for an hour and a half. Probably fucked another cat.
Just
who knows?
Out there slutting around town.
Yeah, but listen, this man is not made for the streets. He literally has never, ever hunted. He cleans himself for about 16 hours a day and then sleeps for the other 8. Like, he's not... When he got home, he sneezed for about a day and a half because he was outside in nature.
He said he's got to get the cocaine out.
It was so annoying. Like, he literally fucking... And I don't even think she knows this, which when Brooke listens to this episode, she'll hear it. The night that he got back, he laid in between us when we were going to sleep.
Yep.
And his face was basically like on my pillow, like just right here next to my face. That fucker sneezed on me and woke me up. And I was like, Jasper, what the fuck? And all I hear from her, dead asleep at 1:30 in the morning, bless you, buddy. No regard to the fact that he just snotted on me. I don't even think I told her that.
We're about to have a domestic dispute.
We're about to have a marital. But yeah, so okay, back to the movie. I'm glad that you would immediately come to my aid.
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Because that's like the oldest trick in the book.
Well, but we've seen enough movies that it's like, okay, well, you have to ask questions to prove that you are who you are.
That's fair. That's fair.
That wouldn't just be like, all right, let's go. Like, you'd have to pass. There would be a written test, an oral test, probably a physical challenge or two.
Well, if I'm like a 6-foot man, I'm fucking acing those.
Yeah, but what if it's like a fucking rope bridge that you have to climb underneath? Now you're too big.
I wouldn't succeed at that even in my current stature.
No, I'm saying you got to scoot underneath it. Like it's like a mud pit with a rope thing over the top.
My statement still stands.
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're not as weak as you look.
No, I am. I don't try to make what are the words I'm looking for? I am not
lying.
Going to I'm not going to over embellish and inflate my skills.
Fair enough.
Physically, it ain't happening. Back to Freaky. Some highlights. Number 1, I pointed this out to you the last time we watched it. The fact that Vince Vaughn has half a thumb.
Yeah.
But I love Vince Vaughn.
Same.
I particularly like when comedic actors take on more serious roles. Even though this is a humor horror, he played a really creepy dude. I could see him being a serial killer.
Right, but he was afforded the opportunity to still be goofy by playing the Millie part. You know what I mean? So I think that probably allowed him to be a little more serious on the creepy side. But we also, the first time around, talked about him in Psycho and how he was actually really good in that.
Yes.
I'm shocked I remember that.
I'm very proud of you. He was really unsettling in a movie called Disturbing Behavior, where he plays this god-awful stepdad who...
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
John Travolta, Vince Vaughn. I forget who plays the mom.
Damn! Sorry. Fuck it. Katie Holmes is in this. James Marsden.
In Disturbing Behavior?
Yeah. I had to make sure I was on the right page. Yeah, Disturbing Behavior, 1998 teen science fiction psychological horror. Vince Vaughn's not in this movie there, buckaroo.
You're looking at the wrong one.
There's more than one movie called Disturbing Behavior?
Hold on. I could be saying the movie title wrong.
I would venture to guess you are, you dumb shit. I had to. I'm sorry.
Fuck yourself. It's fine.
Are you sure it's not Brawlin' in Cell Block 99?
It's not. Oh my god. Why is he in so many things?
Oh my god, he's in a ton of movies. Yeah, I don't... Thumbsucker?
Domestic Disturbance.
Oh, is that the one with Shia LaBeouf?
No, that's Disturbia.
Thank you. Okay, I wasn't that far off.
So John Travolta, Vince Vaughn, Terry Polo played the wife. What the fuck has Terry Polo been up to?
Damn, she's probably dead.
She's not dead.
No,
She
I know.
was
She's
in.
not dead. Divorced, though. I'm just gonna hit her up, see what's up. She was in
She's in a lot of horrible movies.
TV show
Horrible.
The Fosters and its spin-off Good Trouble, which just ended. Oh, she was in Little Fockers? Oh, she was in all the Oh!
Yeah, she's the girl.
Yeah. FBI International. Good for her.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
You don't watch those shows, do you?
What?
The FBI shows?
No.
Good
I don't
God.
watch FBI, CSI, nothing.
So CSI is over. NCIS has a prequel that she said no to, but all the FBI, there's 3 FBI shows that come out one day a week, all fucking fall and spring, which is fine.
Christ.
I urge her to watch shit, whatever she wants. I don't really care. It's just obnoxious because every once in a while there's a crossover episode, so you have to watch them in a certain order. And it's like, good Lord. Simpsons never did that.
They really didn't.
Mm-mm. They're just bad. Did you watch this week's episode after I told you?
No.
Yeah. They did the bush gimmick, and I was like, oh, that's funny. And then 3 more times directly in a row. And I'm like, well, now you've ruined it.
You fucked it up. Okay, so yeah, Domestic Disturbance was a really good movie. I urge everybody to watch that. And I'm sure there's other movies that he's been in where he plays a creepy dude, but more often than not, he's playing this humorous dude who's talking fast, very quick-witted, and, a lot of rat-a-tat-tat. To see him play until he switches bodies with, what the fuck is her name? Millie. Until he switches bodies with Millie, he's virtually silent. So he's very unsettling. But then seeing Vince Vaughn, which is a 6'3" man, prance around like he's supposed to be an 18-year-old girl, that's like chef kiss humor to me. I absolutely adored that. And that was the highlight of the movie for me, was Millie navigating being in a dude's body that's at least twice her size. Maybe that's a little too harsh. 1.25 her size.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably 5 feet tall. Whatever. Fucking math. He's bigger than she is.
What were some of the things you liked about it, Matt?
It's a real good movie. Had real good parts, made me smile, made me feel feelings. It was a real good movie.
It moved.
I just remember it being fun, enjoyable. I'm trying to not say the exact same thing that you just said, but what you said is very true. It was always humorous to me to see Vince Vaughn act like this 18-year-old girl and react like an 18-year-old girl would. On top of the fact that he's also playing this creepy fucking guy. It's not a bad story. It's good for what it's supposed to be, which we argued about at the beginning is it's just a horror version of Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised it took as long as it did to make that idea come to reality. I'm sure there's other spin-offs or very close versions that exist, but we're talking about this one right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's the original
Freaky
Friday, then there's the Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis Freaky Friday, which is now getting a sequel. There's that movie with Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds, where they switch.
Yes.
Is it called The Switch?
Fuck, this is gonna piss me off. I'm gonna look it up, and it's already Change Up, which is basically as fucking bland as The Switch.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google body swap movies. There's got to be so many. Love Switch, Change Up, Family Switch, Freaky, The Hot Chick.
Oh, yep.
17 again. 13 going on 30. Even though does that really count? That's just kind of like a jump in the future.
Yeah.
Same body. Down to Earth. I forgot about that movie.
Fuck, what was the movie? I can't remember. I think I was talking with guys I work with. It's the Brendan Fraser Blast from the Past.
Oh, love that movie. I haven't seen that in a very long time.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I probably saw it in the 90s. Ooh, Face Off. Big. But again, that's another 13 going on 30.
I could eat a peach for hours. That's all I remember from Face Off.
Yeah, there's so many Switch movies. The Christmas Switch.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus 2. Santa Claus 3. The re-Santa Clausing.
How are those Switch movies?
They're not.
Wow.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I thought that Santa Claus could vaguely be because Tim Allen becomes Santa Claus.
What a dumbass. I love you.
6:21. 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. 10:24. You called me a dumbass.
They put Get Out on this list, which kinda, sort of.
Get Out is as much a body switch movie as the Santa Claus is a body switch movie.
Yeah. Sorry, you just texted me.
I'm aware I texted you. I initiated that.
I'm telling the people. He texted me written proof of my verbal abuse.
That's 2 in less than 45 minutes. So
listen, I'm raring to go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, great movie. If we go into yay, nay, or slay, I think it's very obvious. We're yaying the movie. Yay.
Yay.
Insert Jabby J. Can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. This is a solid humor horror genre type movie. It had fun. Like, I think one part I did jump because they have like cheap little jump scares, but it's fun. It's super fun. The kills are gory and over the top, and I like them.
I feel like Freaky is everything we wanted out of this entire season. Every movie in this season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're 100% correct. This is exactly what I wanted this entire time.
I will not text you that at 6:22 on 10/10/24 you were nice to me.
Yeah, I complimented you. On that note, we are going to go to some monster minutiaes. The original name of the film was Freaky Friday the 13th, a reference to the various Freaky Friday films about a mother and daughter body swapping and the Friday the 13th films.
I almost rather would have had that one, but it's a mouthful.
Freaky Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
I don't think it would have gotten the same. I think a title really does make or break a movie.
I also think that they would have had issues using Friday the 13th at all.
Probably.
In the title of a movie, but yeah.
I wonder if that's trademarked, like nobody else can use Friday the 13th.
That might be a rabbit hole that I'm not willing to get myself involved in right now, because I know that there was a lot of issues with like licensing rights for the characters of Friday the 13th, so I'd have to assume that the Friday the 13th title also is bundled into that little party.
Yeah. Catherine Newton was the first choice for Millie, but she originally declined the role. However, after speaking with Jason Blum about the project, she eventually changed her mind. Director and co-writer Christopher Landon proposed a crossover movie with Happy Death Day called Freaky Death Day. I've only seen snippets of the Happy Death Day movie, and I feel like I would really love it.
They're both fun.
Oh, good.
I want to say there's a third one too. Not out in the works.
Would those be considered humor horror movies? Or no?
I'm just looking it up. Yeah, black comedy. And they're Blumhouse.
I don't know why I didn't put those on here. I think they are on another season, but I just can't remember which one. I'd ask you to look in the spreadsheet, but it's just too vast.
I'm already in it. If there's a decent search function, we're fine. But I don't know if you can...
I think you can. It would be in season ideas.
It's not here.
Wow.
Yeah. Dropped
the ball on that one.
Yeah, don't worry though. Episode 16 of the next season is... Do you know how many times I'm going to just stop and go, I'm a snake?
I can't wait. I literally can't wait. We could talk about that at the end of the episode because I'm getting very excited because we're so close to next season. Vince Vaughn told the stunt driver to actually hit him with the car when he was crossing the street early in the film. The director said Vaughn could take the hit, and he did. At the football game, Booker's last name is seen as Strode on his jersey. This is a reference to slasher icon Laurie Strode from the Halloween franchise. In addition, Blumhouse made Halloween 2018 as well as the subsequent sequels. Vince Vaughn's fall during the auditorium chase was accidental and not scripted. Vaughn slipped on a fake plant and was knocked over and lost his balance, but continued the scene. I love that shit. There's like, have you ever? I forget what it is, but it's a Robin Williams movie where he plays a gay man married to. I forget that actor. I forget that. I think Birdhouse. I think it's Birdhouse.
Yes, where it's like an over-the-top comedy.
Yeah.
Birdcage.
Birdcage. There's this scene in that movie where he's in a kitchen and he's like completely hysterical because I think they're meeting the son's girlfriend's parents or something. I forget. It's been a really long time. But he falls in the kitchen. And if you look at every other actor, they like stop and are cracking up. Robin keeps going because it was an accidental fall, but they kept it in the movie. It's so good. I love that shit so much.
Dad, you've got to get in there. Everything is going to hell.
You didn't make an entree.
What? What do you mean? We just have soup? Your peasant soup is an entree. It's like a stew. What do you think I put so much in it for?
Shut up! Here's a note for Catherine. Go put it on the downstairs door. I've got to get back there before they eat enough to see the bottom of the bowl.
Very major things to do. You don't give me no time to chow.
Shut up! It's okay. We're all right. It's fine. Just shut up, goddamn you. It's all right. Stop crying. Goddamn you. What are you standing there for? Go. Go. She'll be here in a minute. Go. Damn it. Fuck the shrimp.
In the opening sequence, when the butcher kills his final victim with the spike on the wall, he tilts his head the same way Michael Myers did in Halloween after stabbing his victim. Linda, you asshole.
Linda is a casserole.
That's rich coming from a household that is not casserole friendly.
Oh, I'm a big casserole guy. She's the casserole racist. I cannot wait for her to leave so I can make fucking casseroles.
What would be the first casserole that you make?
Well, so so she's gone the last weekend of this month. So I'm batching it up hard, and then like 10 days in November. Like 10 days straight.
Yeah.
So I think Halloween weekend I might hit soups pretty hard. It all depends. So like it's randomly going to be 75 again tomorrow. For reference, it's not even October 15th yet. But then Saturday's like 50.
Glorious.
Yeah. So I'm
glorious.
super. Well, I have a beer pickup thing outside on Saturday, but that's fine. I can wear a flannel and pants. It's not a big deal. Sorry, I'm getting away from the question here. I'm not sure because I try really hard not to like eat like a piece of shit because I tried not to put weight on because that's like a problem. I think I haven't had lasagna in a while.
Ooh.
So that's up there. Also like a taco casserole.
You could do a lasagna soup.
Lasagna soup is what I was thinking about for the end of the month. Because in reality, you could quote unquote health it up a bit. Less noodles, turkey instead of sausage. Shit like that. I love soup so fucking much that I will just eat soup. Like when I made the street corn soup and I just ate a gallon in 2 days. Which it wasn't really a gallon, but it was a full recipe's worth I ate over the course of a weekend, and it was fucking glorious. I love soup.
Soup is good.
It's your wets, and it's your substance in one glorious spoonful of warmth and hugs.
It really is. I thrive. I could literally eat potato soup probably every single day in different variations. I love soup. What did I make?
Soup?
I made some. No, I did. Yeah, no, I did make soup, but it wasn't like loaded baked potato soup. I just happened to make a soup and I had like a handful of red potatoes left from a prior meal, and I was like, oh, I'll use these before they go bad. I'll just put potatoes in this soup, and it was so fucking delectable. I'll have to ask Brooke what it was, but it was a fucking great soup.
I've been doing a lot of soup research lately. Like, I think, so I have not made chicken dumpling soup with dumplings from scratch probably since Alyssa and I moved in together, which was 14 years ago. Because the dumpling recipe that I found that I really liked, chicken tortilla soup. I might make that one too. But the dumpling recipe had nutmeg in it, and she's allergic to it, so I just never did it. And I was kind of like, fuck it, I'm going to do that. So, yeah, I like to party.
Party hard. I've always wanted to make lasagna soup. I need to do that.
Yeah, it fucks super hard. Italian chicken. So the thing, like French onion soup, that's another good one. Oh my God. Just.
Do you need a minute?
No, I didn't eat dinner, so no, I'm just getting hungry.
Then let's keep on going.
Yeah.
The death scene involving a bottle getting shoved down someone's throat has appeared previously in 2 other slasher movies, Sorority Row and Midnight Kiss, from the Hulu horror anthology series Into the Dark. That was a solid kill. Shoving a bottle down someone's throat and then smacking the top of it so it shatters. And then yeet.
Yeah, it's called the next level maneuver.
Hell yeah. This one's a little political, so buckle up, gird your loins. The toxic high school football jocks, Brett, Tobin, and Squee, intent on gangbanging Millie. Actually, the Blissfield butcher in Millie's body at the party at the old mill are named after U.S. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh and his high school friends Tobin, PJ, and Squee, whose names became well known during Kavanaugh's contentious Senate confirmation hearings in 2018. Speaking of politics, tomorrow is Election Day. Get out and vote. It has cinematic parallels with the comedy Hot Chick. Both have a young schoolgirl swapping bodies with an older criminal man while trying to prevent them from using her image for evil and reverse the change before the school dance. The difference between is that the protagonist of each title, while Jessica is the popular one of the school exchanging bodies with the swindler, Millie is excluded and she exchanged bodies with a serial killer. Yeah, kind of different. And then last but certainly not least, when Millie is possessed by the butcher, uses a large hook as a murder weapon, it is likely an homage to the hook killer in I Know What You Did Last Summer. Beautiful, beautiful minutiaes.
Minutia's dick.
Minutia these nuts sounds way less aggressive than minutia this dick.
I just said minutia this dick, but yeah, I agree. Minutia these nuts is a little softer, more approachable.
You know, I've been thinking about that question that you asked me earlier. Like, would I let someone hit me in the nuts if I body swapped with a dude? I've been thinking about basically the whole time we've been talking.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Is that a common, like, thing girls are, like, they wonder about? Is if getting hit in the balls hurts as bad as guys make it out to be?
Yes. I would say so.
And I know I have explained this to you. And I know I've explained this to Alyssa. And I'm sure any gentleman listening will agree. It's a weird thing because it's not always how hard you get hit. It's just like where you get hit. And then also when you get hit, there's like 30 seconds before you feel anything. It's like hitting a fucking gong where it starts and then all of a sudden it just resonates. And it's just, it's the weirdest thing ever. I wish I knew why that is the way it is.
I'm sure a simple Google search could answer this question for all of us.
I am not Googling why when I get hit in the balls, why is it like a gong?
Gong.
Gong this dong.
God.
Sorry that I'm fucking eloquent with words.
Rhyming does not equate eloquency.
Eloquate's dick. You're welcome.
That was so perfect. I don't even want to continue talking about this anymore.
That's fine. We can end this episode.
Oh, God. So that's going to do it for the Monster Minutiaes. And before we go, we're going to do one of our favorite segments, which will be changing placement next season, which I decided today. Does it fuck? Matt, you have some fuckable things going on in your life other than soup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ate a chicken Big Mac today. Like, well, so here's my thing. And you're a Big Mac queen. I guess you're a much larger fan of the secret sauce than I am. But I am the type of human being that always orders a McChicken with cheese on it.
That's smart. Keep going.
No, but that's the thing. Like, that's not something I did until they had the app. because I am also the type of person that does not want to be annoying, so I don't alter an order unless I'm very much against it, which are very few things. Black olives really being the one thing that I don't want. Olives or black olives are really the only thing that I'll ever ask not to have on there until you give me an apt order. So a Big Mac, a chicken Big Mac, is essentially a McChicken with cheese, but you're changing the mayonnaise for the secret sauce and then adding a layer. So and the pickles. I forgot about the pickles because the pickles were kind of jarring in the whole situation. But I went to a very small McDonald's, so it was all made very fresh. It was delightful. I'm not upset I had it. I don't think I'll go back out of my way to get it. Like, there's a lot of shit. Like, I'm staring at an ad for the Culver's Curder Burger, which is back, which I really need to eat, which I know I've sent you pictures of, where it's the fucking fried cheese curd on the burger.
Multiple times.
Taco Bell has some shit. Did you see them coming with Baja Blast pie? So
yeah,
I'll try it because I'm an idiot. But the point here is I'm not upset I had it. There are other things that I would rather try before I go back to have this.
Boom. So would you label it as fuckable?
Yeah. It definitely fucks. If you like Big Macs, it'll fuck harder than it fucked me, but it still fucked me.
It was a gentle love. It was a gentle love making session.
Yeah, like it bought me dinner beforehand and it cuddled afterwards.
Oh, nice.
What do you got that's fucking these days?
It's not nearly as exciting. I'm really a woman of simple tastes. I was in the store in Giant and I got I've had them before, the White Castle Burger Bites. They have a jalapeno one.
Talk dirty to me.
Fuckable. I mean, it's really just White Castle with a jalapeno in it, so it's spicy. So if you like spicy, you're gonna enjoy it.
Have you had White Castle before?
Literally never had White Castle before in my life. But here's the thing, and I always pronounce the name wrong. I think it's Totino's, but everybody calls it Tostinos.
What fucking idiot is saying Tostinos? There's no S in there. It's Totino's Pizza Rolls. The Totino's Pizza Boy.
I think it's one of those Mandela effects. Because
Mandela
everybody I know... Mandela these nuts. I think it's really a Mandela effect because everyone I know says Tostinos.
No, I think, with all due respect, everyone you know is idiots.
I mean... You might not be wrong.
Okay, so Tim and Eric actually have a bit. It's about Totino's the Pizza Boy. So I know on a grand scale, it's Totino's, not Tostinos.
I understand what you're saying, and that's why I know the correct name. I'm just saying for the general... You right there?
Just very upset.
I'm sorry. Totino's Pizza Rolls, they used to have, and I've talked to you about this for fucking years. They used to have a cheeseburger roll.
Yes, okay.
And proceed. This cheeseburger roll, if memory serves correctly, had like a ketchup flavor on the inside of it. So it literally was just like a tiny little mini cheeseburger in your mouth. It was fucking delectable. And I loved it hard as a child. As well as the taco ones. I think they called them the Mexican pizza rolls, but they were so fucking good. And they discontinued both of them. And it was a travesty, and it always will be a travesty. Yet you could still be like, hey, certain Walmarts still get them, apparently. And I don't know if they're back stock from 2003, but I'd eat the shit out of them. One day, I'm perusing my Giant, and I see that they have White Castle pizza bites. I'm not a huge fan of onion in my burger, like white raw onion. I'm not my onion needs to be cooked down. I don't like it raw. Just not a fan.
There is a change.org petition to bring back the Totino's cheesy taco flavor pizza rolls.
See what I'm saying, people?
But there's a picture of the box too, which proves that you're not losing your mind. These things existed. That's what I'm here for. I just wanted to bust in to say that. Continue on your rant.
So, number one, I'm going to put that change.org thing in our show notes. So please, everybody sign it.
Yep.
Because they need to bring it back. It's so fucking good. But yeah, so if you get the White Castle, just the regular ones, and dip them in ketchup, indistinguishable. They are exactly the fucking same.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Heinz jalapeno ketchup. And
I haven't had that one.
Oh, dude, it's so good. So I got it because it's almost shrimp dip season, and I made my cocktail sauce with the jalapeno ketchup and horseradish.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't fuck around when it comes to fucking my taste buds. But I had the White Castle cheeseburger bites with the jalapeno ketchup. The point I was making before when I asked if you've ever eaten White Castle is those cheeseburger bites taste the same as a White Castle cheeseburger. Which is both good and bad, because the problem is if you eat White Castle, it smells the same going in as it does coming out. It is fucking repulsive. And I've eaten it twice in my life, and both have been during weekends of heavy drinking. And I always think it's going to be way better than it is. Like the last time I ate it was in, I can vividly tell you exactly what's happening. It was in Indiana for Dark Lord Day. I met James from Kansas. It had to be $80 in White Castle. It was like 4 fucking bags. And we ate so much. And then the next day, our hotel room just smelt like shitty White Castle. Not bad White Castle, shitty White Castle, because we shit out the White Castle. So tread with caution.
I liked our first episode better when we recorded this. I didn't have that information.
You didn't bring this up the first time around. Baby! On a happier note, the Meijer next to my office has the jalapeno cheeseburger Castle Bites, which I will be getting.
Do it.
Because I'm an adult.
Do it. I'm going to get number one, I'm going to try, most likely tomorrow, the chicken Big Mac. And I will report back when we record, probably at the episode that comes out in December, I'm going to say.
I personally think you're really going to like that chicken Big Mac.
Probably because I love the chicken sandwiches from McDonald's.
Same.
I love Big Macs.
Yeah.
Had a baby.
It being messy and me not being the biggest fan of Big Mac sauce is really the only knocks.
Oh, I love Big Mac sauce. Every time someone, there was that post on Snack Betch where she was like, these are the identical sauces that you can get at Walmart or Target or whatever.
Yep.
She was fully correct with, I forget which one. I think it was the Chick-fil-A one, because I don't want to give Chick-fil-A my money, because queer girl. I just can't.
But have you had their chicken?
And here's the thing. I think I told you this maybe actually the last time we recorded. Their waffle fries are fire.
Do you know that they're making like potato chip bags of waffle fries now? Yeah.
Okay, I might have to have you buy them, and then you can just send them to me.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you don't even have to pay me back.
But what's funny,
yeah.
Hold on, before you get there, what's hilarious is that anytime I would eat like chicken nuggets from there or a chicken sandwich from there before we all knew that they were fucking, just anti-everything, I would get like a fucking nauseating stomach ache. Nothing would happen. I would just feel nauseous. I don't know if the Chick-fil-A, once it went into my body, it was like, ooh, queer, and tried to like holy water me from the inside out like a vampire.
The chicken fillet was like, it's too gay in here.
Exactly that. And it's like, we gotta get out, but it just didn't. So, but I fuck with their fries, but their chicken, man, it hates me.
Yeah, I don't want to get too into Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A waffle fries fuck super duper hard. Their spicy pimento cheese and like the honey pepper pimento cheese is fine. But like my argument is kind of like a little less, it's more lenient than my complaint with McDonald's. Where like McDonald's is just like, yeah, you get what you get. We're not really adding shit. We're changing stuff up a little bit. That's about it. Chick-fil-A is like you get 4 chicken sandwiches and that's it. But it feels like they're spreading their wings a little bit because the honey pimento chicken sandwich originally didn't have a spicy option. They brought it back with a spicy option. So they're trying a little bit. But also like I don't go unless something new comes out. So
yeah, my original point, which were how we got on the Chick-fil-A
Sorry.
thing, is like, no, that's fine. It was my fault because I derailed with my gayness. but you cannot recreate, in my opinion, because I've attempted it, I've had other people attempt it, and I've tried other, like, Walmart brands or Target this or that or the other. The McDonald's Big Mac sauce, I only like at McDonald's. I don't, like, there's always something missing that I can't put my finger on. Like, I could have the exact recipe, but they do something in that sauce that I'm just like,
It's the same as everyone saying that their fries were the best because they had was it trans fat? Like there was something in the oil that we've decided you can't eat anymore, and that's what makes the fries no longer that great. Like,
here's the thing. I never even thought that they had the best fries anyway.
No, I had like 4 of their fries today, and they were so fucking salty that I didn't finish them. But also I got free fries because I bought a soda. So Yep. There's something special about someone doing something for you, as opposed to me trying to make your sauce at home. Back to that post is I've never had Raising Cane's. I really want to try Raising Cane's. They're not in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Walmart apparently has frozen chicken tenders that are the same as Raising Cane's and sauce, but also it's like I have no frame of reference. So do I get it? And now I just have fucking 8 pounds of chicken that I don't like. Because you can't buy a small goddamn package because it's fucking Freedom Units.
It is Freedom Units. But yeah, no, they just had I don't know if they just opened it up, that there's a Raising Cane's within like 20 minutes of me that I've been curious to try. So I will report back. I'll try it for you. You try a lot of things for this
Thank
show.
you. I really need you to end this episode because my bladder hurts.
Just go. I'll just end it.
Well, I'm going to keep my headphones on, so I'll be back.
Okay. You're going to hear me the whole time? Excellent. Well, while Matt goes to pee, because I'm not going to cut that out, because the fact that he's literally walking into a bathroom right now and relieving himself and can hear everything I'm saying. It's just a personal, basically a conversation between me and him while he's having private time in the bathroom, which could be a little weird. I don't know. If I keep talking, will he pee? Will it just crawl back up? Is he a type of person that if someone's talking directly at him while he's trying to pee, can he go? I will let you know if he comes back by the time I close out this episode. But on that note, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Monster Madness. We had last week, or when we attempted to discuss a movie that Matt and I vehemently despised. So maybe it wasn't a bad thing that we lost that audio, because we ripped this movie to shreds. We're not going to cover it fully. We may do a bonus episode on it. It's called I Blame Society from 2020. It's something. But next time on Monster Madness, because it is Thanksgiving season, we are actually going to be covering a new movie that I just recently discovered that came out in 2023 called Thanksgiving. So, if you want to be up to date on the show, watch that film, and we'll see you on the next one. Matt is clearly still peeing, so I will say adieu for both of us. Bye.
What do you mean?
Standing and peeing is kind of rad.
Millie, focus.
Sorry? What?
You both got hurt?
Oh, yeah. So when he stabbed me, he instantly got a wound too, but in the exact same spot, the left shoulder. And then late last night, I kept hearing the dagger's name, like this weird, like whispering in my head, Ladola, Ladola. I think the Dola caused this. This is like 3 gallons of pee. This guy's bladder is huge.
Is everything huge?
Joshua.
Well, you know this is the boys' room, right?
She's got a dick in her hand and you're wearing Chanel No. 5. Think we're past labels.
This is ridiculous. You guys gotta see this. This is like a floppy anteater.
You okay? Oh, God.
Alyssa just creeps to the door and she just goes, "It sounded like you were in distress. I was just checking on you."
No, we were just talking about ice cream.
I didn't get a chance to tell her that that's what we were talking about because she just slunk back out. But you also need to keep in mind, like, she opened the door this far and I just saw like one eye.
I like how there was no there was no emergence at all. She was just like, I think he's dying.
Well, I think she probably saw me upright and realized that I wasn't dying.
It's great.
Stay in school, kids.